Warfare, intelligence and deception. Number 4. Intelligence and deception. Moroni uses spies. He spreads disinformation. He lures his enemies into traps. These are not folktale tricks. They are strategic deceptions, consistent with ancient warfare and modern doctrines of intelligence. For Joseph, who had no training in espionage and no access to books like The Art of War, this content again points to something greater than personal imagination, something grounded in ancient, authentic reality. 5. Campaign logistics. The coordination of multi-front battles, supply lines, reinforcements, and communication across vast distances. This level of strategic oversight can only be described as the product of deep experience and historical knowledge. Such understanding wasn't practiced in Joseph's immediate world. It wasn't taught in his schools. It wasn't recorded in the resources he had access to. So where did it come from? From the abridgers themselves, Mormon and Moroni, who lived these events, recorded them, and under divine guidance, selected and shaped them for future generations. Their work was not randomly selected. It was deliberate. Their knowledge and faith were transmitted through the plates, translated not by Joseph's wisdom, but by the gift and power of God. As Joseph encountered battle after battle, strategy after strategy, his role wasn't to invent, but to reveal. What he saw in those ancient records wasn't fiction, it was brilliance. These were not his words. They were the voices of prophets and warriors who had seen civilizations rise and fall, and who testified of Christ even in the midst of war. And through Joseph, those voices now speak to us. Book of Mormon war stories are strategically brilliant, emotionally raw, historically grounded, and spiritually purposeful. They don't read like fiction. They read like the memoirs of men who knew war, lived through it, and wept at its cost. That Joseph Smith could have invented all of this, under time pressure, without revision, and without access to ancient sources, is not merely improbable. It is astoundingly unlikely.
And it came to pass that the Lord looked upon the son of Joseph, a plowman of the field, a youth untrained in the arts of war, and, as his mother testified, least inclined unto books. Yet the Lord saw not as man seeth. For while man looketh upon the outward appearance, the Lord looketh upon the heart. And the voice of the Lord went forth, saying, Behold, the vessel is chosen, not for his learning, nor for the strength of his arm, but for the purity of his heart, and the faith wherein he standeth. For the virtue of Joseph was as clean hands, and his faith as a plough that breaketh the hardened earth. And the windows of heaven were opened unto him, and the course of revelation poured down like rain upon the soil of obedience. And he followed it with tenacity, even as the ox goeth forward and turneth not away, until the work appointed was fulfilled.